All right, going across live and exclusive right now to Union Minister Babul Supriyo, who is joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Supriyo, thank you so much for joining us here on 6 p.m. Prime. I just want to start by asking you, tomorrow is going to be a very, very crucial meeting of the Chief Ministers with the Prime Minister. What's the view of the Government of India so far? There are many states which have already said that they want an extension of the lockdown.
Well, I think that in the last meeting that Honorable Prime Minister had with the Chief Ministers, we had a clear clear picture as to which is the direction that India needs to go. And I think our Honorable Prime Minister, as he has been doing the captainship very proactively from the very beginning, which has also been applauded by WHO in terms of how fast we could bring the lockdown in India. In India, yes, we are, I don't know whether we should call it end of second stage, entering the third stage. But one thing is for sure, that majority of the chief ministers have asked for extension of the lockdown. And one poll done by many TV channels says that more than 80% people would actually be comfortable with the lockdown being extended for another 15 days or so. So we should wait for the Honorable Prime Minister to make the formal announcement, which is expected probably on Sunday. But till then, I think the general consensus is that we need to carry on with this careful attitude and not at all feel that the worst is over and we cannot get corona anymore. That's what
is, in your appreciation, the situation in West Bengal as of now? You're saying that larger consensus is that the lockdown should be extended. Is the government of West Bengal also on the same page?
Well, unfortunately, I heard you say one thing before you went to the break, that there is a politics that is emerging from Kolkata. Let me be very honest and very upfront. Let me tell you that I am here in your challenge in my capacity as a member of the Council of Ministers, and I've got nothing to do with the politics of things, because I think that at this point of time there is nothing called an opposition, which Mamata Banerjee, unfortunately in Kolkata, as we see that the consensus to extend the lockdown is going up. In Bengal, Mamata Didi has actually opened the flower markets. She has allowed the movement of pan, betel leaves. There are several things that she has allowed. Mishti dokan,
yes.
Sweet shops have been opened. So I don't know what is the message that she's trying to give. We have not seen Honorable Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee present in the Honorable Prime Minister's meeting with the Chief Ministers. I just hope that she is there tomorrow. These kind of things look very, very nice in the beginning. In the beginning, it looks that you're very proactive. But let me give you one figure.
Yes.
I think I need to give it as an MP from West Bengal, because I have a lot of concern for that. She's been repeatedly saying that West Bengal has not been given adequate number of testing kits by the center. This is the ICNR report that I got a little while back, and it says 29,500 testing kits. I also spoke to the director in Kolkata. 29,500 kits are actually lying in the depot of NICED, and they are lying unutilized. While I have n number of WhatsApp messages, videos from even private hospital directors saying that widespread tests needs to be done. I should also tell you that the numbers which there is a huge anomaly that we see in terms of the number that are being projected by the state government and what is the real actual ground report. Now, you'll be shocked to see that till now the West Bengal government, in their very irregular medical bulletins, which should not be the case, they said that the number of deaths are, I think, 5 or 6, where this is a document that has come out, it's in the public domain, which says that the number of COVID deaths and cremation done by KMC, Kolkata Municipal Corporation. And here are 9 cases right away here, which says the bodies have been cremated in the Dhapa ground, which is the outskirts of the city, where, as per the WHO recommendations, you have to put it in a plastic packet and do it there. I can show you a very shocking case where, in this private hospital in Kolkata, in Bishwangla Road, there, a gentleman who's 80 years old, he dies at 10 o'clock in the morning on the 7th. Till now, the state government has not made any account of this particular death.
Okay.
But at 5:45 in the evening, this is a letter that was made, that his son was made to sign, which clearly says that he is giving up the He's giving a no objection certificate to the Kolkata Municipal Corporation to get the body cremated because the entire family is in quarantine. Now, see, herein lies the case.
A
Why would
lot
the
of
entire
people.
family be in quarantine if no one had tested positive? Number one. Number two, the number of test samples that have been sent to NICED yesterday and today are only 8, 9, and 10, which shows that, the firewall, the two committees that the state government Mamata Banerjee has appointed to filter the cases are, one is the COVID audit committee. Just give me 1 minute. COVID audit committee,
Yes.
which is going to check the real reason for the death of a patient. Now, every patient dies of either a heart attack or an organ failure or something. So in that case, no patient dies of COVID. And on the first day, when West Bengal said that only 3 people have died, Mamata Banerjee said that 2 of them died normal deaths through kidney failure and heart failure. Now that's ridiculous. Well, the count easily says more than 10. The unofficial count, everyone knows, is 15. KMC record says 9 bodies have been cremated. And I have shown you other cases as well. And the IDFC has recommended that SARI samples, symptoms, people who have that SARI, that is, severe acute respiratory illness.
Yes.
They need to be tested. Now, when all the doctors are saying test, and there are early signs of community spread with the, street urchins and slum people getting the getting positive with COVID, there are no tests that are happening, and 29,500 regions and testing kits, they lie unused in NICED because Mamata Banerjee feels that NICED is giving out the right data, which is not tallying with the West Bengal government, and that is creating embarrassment for her. So,
no, but you said a lot of things. Yeah, this data has been contested, in fact, by the West Bengal government. But I want to understand from you, sir. Largely, West Bengal is among the states which are doing the least number of tests. They blame, as you also pointed out, the central government for not providing enough test kits. Overall, in this state of West Bengal, at this point of time, it's need to in fact ramp up testing to make sure that it doesn't spread in the community. Where is the government? What is the government's response to that?
Well, you see, the response is very simple. The ICNR, the Indian Council for Medical Research, ICMR, has very clearly given out this data. It is all there in the public domain. 29,500 testing kits are lying in Kolkata. The depot of NICED, as you see. You see IPGMR, it has 2,200. The Midnapur Medical College has 1,200. NICED has 3,567. They are lying unutilized at a time when, as I said, IDFC has also recommended that the 16 districts in which West Bengal government says that there is no COVID, at least 250 samples should be tested. So there is no area where it can be contested. And why these firewalls? Why this COVID audit committee, and why this committee that she made yesterday, where every test report has to go through the health ministry, and they are the ones who would decide where the test sample is to go. And one last thing, there are only 2 centers in West Bengal, private centers, which are doing the testing. One is Apollo and the other one is Tata Center. From there, the number of samples that have been sent to NICED are negligible. I have only one simple question. Why are you opening the flower markets and the pawn shop when the entire India AMs are asking for lockdown? And 2, why are these testing kits lying unutilized?
Babul Supriyo, Mamata Banerjee's nephew Abhishek Banerjee was in fact recently he criticized that 9 p.m. 9-minute Diya Jalao event and the appeal that was made by the Prime Minister. He said that with firecrackers, fancy diyas, sky lanterns, we have become the first ever nation to celebrate a pandemic. I am also contemplating how many actually followed the norms of lockdown to gear up for this. What was being preached? Isolation. Now they are indulging in self-destruction. Your response to that?
Mr. Abhishek Banerjee is one of the few member of parliaments or in TMC who speaks and writes good English. So, he articulates it well, but what you have, The content is absolutely something which India doesn't appreciate. And even yesterday, Derek O'Brien went in one of the famous channels and he was interviewed by one very prominent journalist. If you see the number of retweets after 1 hour, 2 hours, only 3 retweets and 1 comment. It just shows that, what is happening on the ground. My speaker is off. Yeah, it is very much off.
No, we can hear you. We can hear you. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is that, no matter what Abhishek says, India has shown, let me tell you, the biggest of teams, they go for a team huddle before the actual match. Does it mean that they have not practiced? They have not had a video conference, that coach has not given them the right directions how to play the match? They still go for a team huddle just before the match. This was like a team huddle. We saluted the behind-the-scene heroes by making noise 5 minute 5 baje. And on the 9th, we just tried to bring some amount of, a feeling of togetherness. It was a tokenism that happened, and entire India celebrated it.
Babul,
if Abhishek Banerjee is not forced to do it,
Mr.
he
Minister,
may stay away.
Yes.
But that is for political reasons. That's for political reasons, not for any logical reasons.
Okay, Mr. Minister, I just want to ask you, because a lot of political analysts are now speaking about this, and this would be my last question to you, sir. This is a time, unprecedented time in the history of this country, across the globe as well. We have not yet come face to face with a silent, in fact, killer like COVID-19, a battle which is being fought across the globe. At this point of time, many feel that both Mamata Banerjee, TMC, and the BJP is still into the political blame game, in the political, trying to utilize this crisis politically. Should not this be the time where both the TMC and the BJP would be standing shoulder to shoulder, trying to figure out what's best for West Bengal?
What I am doing right now is exactly what is best for West Bengal. I really do not care what Mamata Banerjee feels or what anyone is alleging. I'm going by my conscience, and I'm doing my duty as a member of Honorable Prime Minister's Council of Ministers. My point is to not make politics, but to put the facts in front of the people. I want the awareness in Bengal to go up. I don't want people to think that the flower markets are out so they can buy garlands and garland each other, having won this battle against Corona. We are entering a very important, crucial stage, and therefore this kind of callous approach by the state government of suppressing facts. And let me give you one thing. They are known offenders. They have done the same thing with dengue. They have threatened doctors not to write on their prescription. So why shouldn't I say this? If this does good to Bengal, it's my duty to warn the state government that they should not resort to this. And let me also remind you that Harshavardhan ji, our Honorable Health Minister, a little while back, he just stopped from naming West Bengal, but gave a clear hint that certain states were misleading the center. So I would request Mamata Banerjee utilize the testing kits. It's not rocket science. Utilize the testing kits, test, and let us all be safe. That's it. If she sees politics in it, that is her problem, not mine.
All right. We are hoping that tomorrow, when the Prime Minister meets all the Chief Minister, Mamata Banerjee would be there. There would be a comprehensive, in fact, plan. It is a battle that all of us have to fight collectively. It can't be, at this point of time, finger pointing towards anybody. Thank you so much, Union Minister Babul Supriyo, for joining us and giving us your views on the way forward on this and the situation in West Bengal.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.